What's going on, guys? ZfreeZone here, and today we're back with the gutter build, and we're going to do the bottom portion of this gutter build. So we're going to try and chuck a map room in here and maybe an animal pen. We'll see how we go along the way. But we're going to start with the arches up the top here. As you can see over here, we did build this out just a little bit more, but once again, it is even with that bit up there, just so when the doors go in, it looks alright. So if we come here with the doors, we can go to this menu again, creative menu, go get it on Steam, it's definitely worth it. We come up to here, we've got these gates. So you can see here when you put a gate in on this side and put down the bottom, that is how it's going to fit in there. And it is pretty nice and even up with the top bit there, so absolutely perfect. So that's why we didn't go too much further in, because people are going to be able to climb on top of this. We can put anti-climb on top of this as well, which we will do, but that is pretty much where you want to go. You don't want to go any further in than that, because they're just going to use it to blow up this guy, so you want to keep the distance as far as you can. But from here we are going to run a foundation width right around the area here. You go from one side to the other, and this will be where your archers will sit. So this will be like a nice little platform for archers. We'll come on this side, just climb over here. That is the other entrance, and you can see it's pretty even with that as well. How you want to make sure of those is just run foundations from one side to the other and make sure it all lines up properly, and that's where you can put your doors in. We're just going to come over here with these guys. Now this side here is a bit weird. You can see I can't put one next to it. But to solve that problem, what you need to do, which is a bit of a pain, you need to come down here, run them along the bottom here, and then you need to go up. Don't know why it works like that, but as you can see here, we can't put one up next to that. It has to go from the bottom to top. And once you do that, it works fine. But even more weirder than that is you can delete all these and nothing happens. You just, I don't know, you just need to do it just to fix up this side. It is pretty much just this side. The other side doesn't do it. This side is just weird like that. So I'm using the shift delete in admin mode to get rid of these. Well, it's a little bit faster than you normally do it. There we go. So we'll jump up here and we'll continue this around. There we go. Alright, so that is our archer platform there. Now to put the map room in, it might get into the inner way, so we'll continue with the map room now. Now you got two sides. Obviously you can put the map room on this side or the other side. It doesn't really matter which side you use. They're both pretty much the same size. But this side over here you have like basically a room underneath. The map room will have to be up to that point there, like I can get a foundation down here. It's going to have to be there. So I'll get a ceiling piece out here. It's going to have to be that height just there, because it's bigger than this block on each side, so you need to go above that. So come up here, we should be able to just run off this guy, come over, come up. Let's jump up and see what it's actually doing here. That is perfect just there. Again, we're going to have to do this. Here's a bit of a pain, but it's alright. We'll probably even fill that in later, but from there, that is basically what we are after. And now we'll put one guy in here. I'll get rid of this one. Put it in there. I don't want to dig him into that platform too much, so we're probably just going to sit with that. Let's have a look here. Yeah, there we go, that's fine. Now I'll grab our ceiling pieces again and we're going to run along here. This is going to be the platform for the map room, and we're going to have to get out a little bit and towards the middle. So like out this way. But before we do that, let's see, we'll put this animal pen in as well, because this animal pen can be a little bit too big. And sometimes the map room kind of overlaps it as well. So let's get into the center here. That's our animal pen. As you can see, it is quite large. Now to get this in here, we're going to have to try a few different things, like sinking it, lifting it up, and turning it around as well. So one of them will go, just no matter which one is going to take. I'm going to go down a notch, back up a notch, just looking for that little space. Now there is a flash there, that might be it right there. You see it's very sensitive, this guy. But we'll line it up in the middle and we'll give that a shot there. That looks pretty good. So now we've got an animal pen in here as well. Now we're going to run these guys out so we can fit this map room. And you'll see here in the middle you can't actually get any stability there. But you should be able to if you run some walls down. So we'll get the walls out. And we'll run these guys down. I need this guy on and get the wall back out. Now you could run just pillars as well, that would work fine. Because right now you can see that those are not going to go in there, so we might as well delete these guys. And just have them, but I'm going to have a look at pillars because that might just make a little bit more sense. It'll be out of the way more, which that looks good there. And we'll try this guy here, and that looks good there. So we're going to get rid of these guys. And it looks like we're going to have pillars on the side there. Now, can we get ceiling in there? Yes, we can. Let's see how far we can go with it. It doesn't look like they're going to go on the side there, but that's okay. Let's jump up here. Now we want to put the map room down, so let's see if this guy's going to fit in here. This is where that back might be a bit close at the moment. You should be able to redo that after. So we'll try that. Just get rid of those guys. Might have to do the sides as well, but for now we'll just leave it as that. And we'll jump up here. Now these are the two big objects we're putting down, so there is going to be a few moving stuff around. We might even need to move that animal pen back one. Could be a thing, but we'll try. Yeah, she's not very happy there. Let's try and go down a bit. Just trying to look for a flash or any indication that it's going to work, which I'm not getting anything at the moment. You do want to put the volcano at the back as I'm pointing it that way, just because you can dig it into the back wall more like that without actually blocking the teleports. Now if you have it over here, you can see you're blocking a lot more, so just the back there with the volcano, it's the best way to set this up. But it looks like there's a lot of stuff in the way. So what we're going to do is clean this up a bit. I'm going to clean the sides up because that might get into the way. So now that's gone. Let's go this side as well. And we'll smash that one out. Hopefully that will let us put one down. Let's see what it does. Alright, so we'll try this side quite a bit. I'm not getting any result there, so we're going to try it on this side over here. Now, things with this, it's updated all the time, so things change. And obviously, I'm thinking right now things have changed, and I'm just going to find a new way around it. So we're going to try this side here. I'm going to make the same platform on this guy, and we're going to see if the mat room comes over here. Now, I've got plenty of ways to build a mat room, so either way, we'll be getting a mat room in here, but I really want it on these platforms. It just helps quite a bit. We're going to just continue down here with the foundations to about there. I think that's good. We've got like a little gap under there, and we'll cover these guys as well. The other side is good, and then we'll just use ceiling pieces to cover the top bit there. And we'll see if this guy will take on this side. Hopefully it will. We'll probably have to delete the archer stands just for now. Alright, but we'll see what we can do. We might need to go out one more here. Alright, let's try that. And we'll see if we can get a mat room on that side as well. One of these sides should take it though. But yeah, it looks like we're going to have to delete the top bit, maybe not. We are getting a little bit more of a give here. Right there, she's happy. That might work for us. Let's lay that down and give it a shot. Now from that, let's chuck some anti-climb down to make sure it goes past it, which it is. So that's good. That's definitely a plus there. And now we'll try some walls. Let's see if we can close this guy. Which is the outside we want it to turn like that. There we go. Now I'll have to put some foundations down here. And then a wall will go in. We'll leave the foundation there just to cover that up. So if you want to do the mat room, it looks like you need to do it where the sand comes up a lot faster. The other side's a lot flatter, but we'll still use the other side for those new benches, because we do need those down here as well. And I'm going to go right here, like this guy. We'll put one up top there. There we go, perfect. I haven't really built the gutter with this material before, so it's interesting how it's going. But it looks alright so far. Let's get a ball and put that guy there. Now the walls are supporting it, so we don't need these pillars anymore. That'll give us just a little bit more room inside. And also this is where I want the doors to go. So we'll get rid of those, we'll bring up some doors. Perfect, just like that, and we'll finish this floor off with some more foundations. Just to run it straight into there. Alright, perfect, and we need a way up to the mat room too. So that will be up here, it looks like. We might be able to... No, that's where the volcano is at the back there. So it might have to be this guy here. So we're going to delete that spot there, just like that. Then we're going to come down with a wall so we can have a platform down the bottom here. There we go. And get rid of this wall, we don't need that now. And then from that, let's get some stairs. We can start playing with some stairs here. So we could just go straight up like so. And we'll have to duck as well. And then just get up to the map room just like that. That's not bad, but it's not very fancy. We want it a little bit more fancy than that. So let's try put a foundation on each side. Come down just one more. We don't need that. And let's pick up the stairs again. Now we could just have like a platform here. Let's have a look at these stairs here. That might be the way to go. Just really muck around with it until you find something that works for you. This guy does not want to go in. There it goes. Just need to take it out and change building piece and put it back in. This is one of those things. We'll come over this side as well. We'll go there. And then maybe foundations all around. Let's try take out these guys. Because I kind of want to put these sideways now. Just like that. So it's easier to walk up. Much easier. You can't go back down without jumping over the anti-climb. That's fine. That kind of works a lot better, and we might be able to get some more room back with that. So let's have a look here. I kind of like the foundations there because that sand slope is so steep, we can't really put anything on there. That guy as well. Let's see what it looks like. I do like that better, just the look wise, it looks a lot better. Probably not as practical because there's not enough room now, really you can't put much on here because it's just a slope. But that looks a lot better and you don't have to duck or anything like that, you can just come straight up. So that is what we're going to go with. Now over here we are going to continue this down here. Just like so, we're going to do that on both sides. Now there's going to be anti-climb up here, right around this side bit. So you don't want people just to climb up here and just jump over this anti-climb that we're going to have here. Like that one there. So we need to have something else just there. And what I'm going to suggest is maybe just one more foundation up. And then when the anti-climb comes around here, they're not going to be able to just jump up. And that's another spot for an archer or anything like that. Or even yourself, you could probably have something up there. But they're not going to just be able to climb up and jump over now, which is very good. And then we'll do that to this side as well. So just a foundation. There we go. Now the anti-climb. Run that all along there. And then run it up top as well. As you can see, it goes along the gates as well, so that will finish off the anti-climb on both sides. Alright, so that is good on this side pretty much. We'll just run the anti-climb along here as well. Now we're going to see if we can put that animal pen in with this map room here. It is a tight fit, but it'd be good if we could have it. Also, behind this place there is a broken bridge. I usually take over that and put the big stuff on there, like the animal pens and all that. But it is really good to have animal pens inside as well, because you know it's going to be done. And also, if you get gold rock noses, they are safe in here as well. You can just let them get you as much gold as you need. That's really handy with that. And we're just going to finish this off with the foundations just there. Make it look legit. Just double check this side. Move back here. That is fine. I like that. Alright, good. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of these guys. That should be enough room. Alright, so from that, let's try the animal pen. We might even go back one more here. Just till we know what we're dealing with. Alright, so the animal pen is definitely not getting in there. That must have changed something on me, but that's all good. If you want to have a look back in the past videos, we got it in pretty easy. But that's not the point, because this is a new update, so new changes have been done. But I'll show you guys how to make that on the outside, because it's going to be good enough on the outside. It's where we usually put it anyway. But it is always good to have gold rock noses as well. Maybe you could even put the map room outside and use the animal pen if you really want one. But it's not necessary. So we're going to come up with here, same again from the other side. We're going to put those foundations just there and anti-climb. Alright, just ceilings across here. Then foundations at the back. And anti-climb up the top. Down the bottom here, and then down here as well, and that will stop people from climbing up the sides. So these two platforms here both have anti-climb around them, and I'll just demonstrate here. We don't want to do what I just did there, because if you come up here you can drop and you could land on the anti-climb. Let's get out of that mode here. So you don't want something that people can jump on, just like so. So you really want to get rid of this anti-climb. It's not always more anti-climb, it's better. Sometimes it's less, like that. It's less, and now I can't get on. Doesn't matter what I try, can't get on there, which is good. Let's make sure we've got right on the other side. Yes, that's fine. That's fine. That one is fine too. Alright, great. So now the doors, let's put some doors in. Okay, so before we do these doorways, this is editing me. We'll just edit in this, and I think we need to skate over just the animal pen, because the animal pen was not fitting. I had to cut a lot of that footage out, but it's just not going to get in there because of constraints of new updates, I would say, because I used to get that in quite easily. So it's a little different now, which is absolutely fine. Out the back of this place there is a broken bridge. We might as well take over that like I usually do, and put the animal pen up there. So yeah, no animal pen's going to be in here today, which is a bit of a pain, but that is how it's going to be. And also, once we're done with these doorways, I just wanted to point out that we can put anti-climb on top of the doorways to match up with the anti-climb we've already done. So we'll just jump along there like so. But yeah, stick around because we're just about to do these doors and you'll see the process of getting these doorways in. And there's one more thing I wanted to do. The actual elevator lands on top of this map room. Just to stop that from landing on top of the map room, we're just going to use just a little guy here. We might go like that and grab a ceiling piece and go like that, and that should fix that map room problem. Map room lands on there nicely, so that is good. You can always lift that back up and just put some walls around it like so, and a doorway, chuck a doorway in there too just to block it off from people, and then anti-climb up around the top. But yeah, I thought I'd just come back in and explain that animal pen a little bit more to you, because I did have to cut out a lot of that footage of me mucking around trying to fit it in, which it was not going to go in. So yeah, now we can get back to the video, and I'll just suggest a pillar under here just for that little bit more support as well. There we go, so let's get back into it. Alright, so we're not going to use the same DLC for the doors, because those doors are really thick. So for example, let's grab this guy out. We'll just put him there. You can see how thick that base is compared to something like this guy here we might use. So it's a lot thinner. So we're going to go with these white ones here. I think we'll get a better result here. We'll get more jammed in. So let's make sure that is not too high up, because remember there is two snap points to this. There's one up and there's one down. So we can get these ones nice and tucked in together. The other ones have a bit of issue doing that. I'm pretty sure you could do it in the past and that, but I think they've fixed up the collisions a lot more on this game. So you can't jam stuff in as much as you used to. I'm talking like a year ago, so quite a while ago. Let's get these guys in. Whenever you see a connection, you can just put it in. It doesn't matter. It will actually make the other ones easier to go in. Right there. Now you can see these ones up here are nice close together. There's a gap in here we need to fill in. It was white then, but it was too high off the ground, so we couldn't put it in. Let's just start putting these in wherever we can. We're going to just start putting them in. And if you can put them like down here, it will stop the whole thing turning sideways, and that will give you a lot more positions too to put in. Right now it just wants to go sideways. We'll get you one. Oh, there's a couple there. There's one. Now you'll see the sideways snapping and going away a little bit more now. And it's just that little bit more easier to put in. Right, let's continue down here. That one's off the ground, so we're gonna have to delete that. Good. That's good. Spot just there. Spot just there. It's really just about moving around and trying to find the perfect spot. It's not an exact science, this one, putting these gates down. It's just really moving the camera around till it snaps into where you want it to go. And the more you put in, the easier it gets. It's simple as that. That one's too high, so that will be getting deleted. Let's try and put one in the middle here, because it'll make the other ones easier. Won't snap to the side like that as much. Alright, so there's one in the middle. And that's not too far in the middle. We can still fit a whole door into the side there. So that one in the middle needs to be closer to this side, but that's fine. I will put that guy in. She's floating, but that's going to stop that snapping to the side a little bit, and that will give us more opportunity to put others in, just like so. but that one will be getting deleted and put down properly eventually. But yes, this can take a little bit here. Still got that one pointed to the side, don't I? It's gonna have to go. No, it's a side one too. I'm just moving the camera around, waiting until we see a snap point we want. There was one there, so now we're slowly moving it and we found it. Let's go with that one. But yeah, this is a little bit of a tedious process putting these doors in, but it does work. Like, you just gotta keep at it. As you can see here, it's a bit of a pain. Looking up usually works, but again, it's going to be lifted. But you can use that just to block the side ones a little bit more, and hopefully get a bit more of these guys. And also, don't forget you can reset it as well. What I mean of that is just change pieces and then go back to that. I think we've got a rock nose coming in, maybe. I heard something. Oh, the rhino outside probably deal with it. There we go, we got one there. Got one there, that's great. Let's take out this high one. You can see we're nearly done, we're just filling up in these little gaps here. There's one there, nice one. That one's too high, we can't put it in. There we go. Nice. Alright, so that is pretty much good. We need to get rid of this guy because that's high. And we'll put it down low. If you haven't got the building mats and you put one up high, look, it's not going to end the world or anything, but I would replace it when you got the building mats. Just when you're defending this place and running through and placing down more, it's good to have everything nice and flat. You can see now it got a little bit easier at the end there. That is pretty much it. You got a nice even array of doors there. So we are good on this side. Now we just need to do the other side as well. But this video is going on a little bit too long here. But if you haven't seen these other episodes of this build, make sure you check them out. I'm going to just speed run the rest of these guys here. But yeah, check them out because we did do the stacking at the doorways here, the ones we are fixing up now. And we also built this big square box up top, and we got the benches up there as well. So if you guys want to see all that, make sure you check out the other videos. Go back to square one. These are a bit longer videos than I usually do, but the 1,000 subscribers kind of calls for it. So people have been asking, so this is what you get. It takes a long time to do some of these builds. And even just recording and all that, I am in admin mode at the moment, so it's a lot shorter than it would be if you were doing it by yourself and you had to do all the farming. But at the same time, for a video, this is a long video. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. Make sure you check out Discord as well. If you guys have any builds that you want to show off on Discord, please do so. I'd love to see other builds, and also communicate with me pretty well on there as well. You can even jump into a chat if need be. But other than that, leave us a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe for the next video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Catches.